3, 2, 1. I was kidding, by the way. I already started recording when I said 3, 2,
1. Welcome everyone to the first installment of the Shadow Thumbs podcast. I am your co-host Melo, and
For real?
I am joined by my bad friend.
Wow, I
Dusky.
can't believe you. Simply
You're
cannot.
supposed to say hi.
Oh yeah, hello.
I introduced you, now you're supposed to say hi.
Hello, guys. Oh, what do you want me to say, man?
I mean, it was an introduction actually,
Yeah.
so I'll give you that. So you might be wondering, Dusky, why I have dragged you to this empty voice chat.
Ooh, I
for,
don't know.
You don't know. So, what we're going to be talking about today is what would you do if you had superpowers?
I'd rob everyone and take over the world.
Okay.
I'd be a very
So
nice
would you be
person.
like? Also, you'd be like an antagonist then.
Yeah, for real. Like, jokes aside, I think I would try to keep it on the down low.
You think you wouldn't tell anyone?
Yeah, I don't think.
I think I would tell like a select few.
I was gonna say that's probably like just like I can
Yeah.
count them on one hand. The people I would tell.
One.
Yeah, one.
Okay. So how many of those members are family members?
Probably one.
Okay, that was much more than I was expecting. Who's your one family member?
My mom.
Mom, I can fly.
Mama, please.
Mom, I can fly. Look, I'll open this window. Watch. I'll jump it, then I'll fly. Trust me.
Trust me.
I think if I had like superpower like flying, I would love to just out of nowhere fly. Like in front of whoever I was planning to tell. Like for example, if I was going to tell you, I would just fly in front of you.
Would you do it in
And
public?
just maybe not. I'll
Yeah.
levitate in your room.
Oh, thank
What
you.
I'll do, right, is I'll go on like the pull-up machine that you're doing,
Ah, shit.
and then I'm just gonna let go of the pull machine,
Uh,
and then you're just gonna see me fly.
yeah. I'm gonna be like, oh, man, you've gotten so good at this.
Oh, you want to play Minecraft now?
You wanna? Oh,
Also, side note, have you heard of this Pokemon and Fed Meister drama that's been happening?
I have actually. I was watching a few videos on it a few days ago.
Were you watching the Bull Blacks and Destiny or what?
Probably. I was watching Optimus's stuff on it.
Oh yeah, actually, Optimus is a pretty good YouTuber.
Yeah. He,
I was watching Destiny's videos are really hard to keep track of, by the way. It's like he opens like 6 tabs at once. He's
yeah.
like he's really good at keeping track of things. Holy crap. Like the amount of tabs he opens and everything. Oh my god.
He's just like one of our friends who shall not be named.
His name is Kane.
Yeah. Kane. Let's just call him Kane.
Exactly. That actually works, you know.
Wait, actually, that's a good fucking name. I wish I thought of that one. Like, you know,
Okay,
Kane from
Kane.
the Bible?
Oh, isn't he not like the I don't know who he is. I don't know why I said
Isn't
is
he like
that?
the? Yeah.
I wasn't gonna lead that anywhere.
I don't know anything
don't know
about
why I
Kane,
said-
man.
Isn't he not like the bad guy?
He's a pretty chill guy. I think. Fuck, I don't know.
I know about the WWE wrestler named Kane.
Yeah, I think that's the same guy, honestly.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like a prophet.
Oh, you know, he's a prophet to some.
Anyway, so about the Pokemon effect.
Anyway.
I think, bro, it is such a weird situation to be in.
It kind of
Like,
is. I feel
what?
sorry for Fed, in a way.
Yeah, but obviously Fed did do his bad things.
Yeah.
you know.
For sure.
Yeah, but like, I how Pokemon is handling it, it's really, really like childish.
Yeah, I think to summarize it, both of them.
For you guys that do not know, you know, you live under a rock, or whatever the phrase is.
Yeah.
You're supposed to continue.
All
on
right.
after
Well,
said that.
I thought you were just gonna
Alright,
like take on from here, but yeah. Anyway.
Nah, all right, go for it.
Yeah, to summarize, I'm not gonna go into too much details because I don't know. I feel like bringing too much drama into this is not like, too good, too
Yeah, it's
epic.
first episode, guys. We're talking about
Yeah,
superpowers, guys.
yeah, guys,
Yeah,
guys,
it's
it's meant to be fun. So
Whoa.
to summarize it, basically, I think Pokemon done the poo poo, and so did Fedmeister. But Pokemon's handling in such a weird way. Like, why? She's just like ignoring half of more than half of
I,
it, actually.
and the lies and stuff that
Yeah.
are, just being said. I think in general, like no matter what happens, if some new arising evidence comes up, how she's handling it is like really just immature. I think.
Yep.
I don't know. It's really weird. Like um when Fed Macer uploaded a reply doc to try and end it all, she posted on her Twitter, "Who asked?" Lol.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like trying to fucking make a joke out of it.
Really mature
Yeah.
adult,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Very much
she's
so.
asking who asked when she's dedicated a whole stream
To be fair, you do that a
to.
lot as well, so you can't.
Yeah, no, but as a joke, like I'm not. If I'm having an argument with someone, I'm not going to stay in the middle of it. Who asked?
Yeah,
That would be really funny, but like,
you're in a
you know,
presidential debate trying to become the president, and the other guy is
who
like,
asked?
so anyway,
I'll
who
make the
asked?
country better. I'll
Yeah.
make the country better. Who asked?
Who asked you?
I like to think I handle arguments pretty. I wouldn't say nowhere near as bad as Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, at least as a guy who's watching it from like the third person. Like, I feel like that they're both just in the wrong. I don't know who leaked the document. Apparently, it was one of
It was one of
a
their
good
friends or
friend.
something.
Yeah, it was a good friend of Fed's, which
Yeah.
is like which is a pretty shit thing to do. But personally, I'll be honest here. I'd say it was leaked for the better
Yeah.
because if it didn't, then Fed would have been known as and essentially like a piece of shit.
Mhm.
Which I
Yeah.
mean, he still is for what he did, but he's not. I'd say Pokemon is even worse than Fed. I'll be honest, because even though Fed did it, the fact that Pokemon took that and tried to add in more lies and manipulation, that's much worse.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that.
So about superpowers. What superpower would you have?
Oh. Are we
King of
doing?
transitions.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Are we speaking about top three or just straight like favorite?
Oh, I mean, we could. Okay, we'll do me and you fight with our superpowers. Okay.
All right. Well, if you're
Don't
giving me
make
the
it like
stage first,
God.
God,
Yeah, you
God.
get the stage. Yeah, I'll be
Alien
good.
X from Benton. I think probably everyone, pretty much everyone picks super speed. Let's be honest, like flash speed.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like
Like Speed Force, basically. Because I'm pretty sure if you had super speed in general, you'd just
yeah,
die.
you would avoid most of the issues that come with
Yeah,
fighting
if you
other
had the
people.
Speed Force.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
All right.
But
Okay. So Speed
but let's
Force.
say it was a shittier type of. Let's say it's not like flash speed.
How fast are you talking then? Like compared to Usain Bolt speed?
Like I'd say faster than a bullet, like breaking the sound barrier.
Oh, okay, so you can go like Mach speed, and that's it.
Yeah.
So your fastest speed is Mach, or what?
Yeah, it's like you can probably push it to like double that
Mach
at your
2.
max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one by one actually.
Yeah.
So I'll start with my most underwhelming
Mhm.
power. I actually I was thinking this recently. Actually, I think one of the best powers to ever have is the power of hindsight.
Ah.
Think about that. Like because if you have hindsight, you know, in a lot of situations you can just do so much other things. Like it's basically future sight. It's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
I think the power of hindsight would be a really good power to have. It'd be really useful.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Hindsight is like basically telling the future, really.
In
Um,
hindsight, I wish I chose C. Thank you, hindsight power. I choose
Thank
C.
you, hindsight. Yeah.
Hindsight power. That's such a weird word, by the way.
Yeah, it
Fuck.
is. The more you say
Hindsight.
it, the less of a word it
Hindsight.
becomes.
Hindsight. Hindsight.
Hindsight, hindsight.
Hindsight. All right. What's
Uh,
your second power? Number
okay,
two.
Actually, can I change my first one? This is kind of stealing it
That's
from a
not part of
show,
the rules.
right? That's not part of the rules. Well, guess
Go
what?
for it.
My nuts in your mouth are
I
a part
make
of
the
the rules.
rules. My nuts
Uh,
make the rules.
my nuts. Anyway, right. Probably the
Mm.
one I would want the most is the power to change the odds of anything to whatever you want.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You've told me about this before.
yeah. We've talked about this before, and
I mean, you basically win. Like, there's not
yeah,
even a chance. My other powers won't do anything against you.
yeah.
There is a 100% chance I win.
Yeah, I literally can just say that
No,
100% chance.
no. Like, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll reserve. We'll put that to the side. We'll make that like god power because
yeah,
I just can't beat that. There's no way I can beat that.
yeah.
So we'll say super speed is your fighting power. Okay,
I
that one.
say another cool one will be gambling. So like flipping a little magical coin, right?
It's a gamble.
S- So
No.
yeah,
Uh,
basically flipping a magical coin, right? And you have a 50-50% of getting it right. And the power of your punches or whatever you're trying to do increases either like doubles or decreases. And you keep flipping coins, like two.
so would you like before you flip this magical coin? Would you say if I get tails, my punches are harder?
To balance it out, I think it would be predetermined. But yeah, I think something like that could work as well.
What do you mean predetermined?
Something like you can't just say, I want infinite power, and then you flip the coin. And it's like, you can't just do that.
But okay, nerfed.
Yeah.
It's a nerfed magical coin then, right?
Yeah, it's a nerf magical coin.
I mean, I can see that working, but I doubt that would help you in the fighting style. You'd have to be more of a defensive guy if
Yeah,
that was the case,
definitely.
because you need time to flip the coin.
Yeah.
So is it where like the coin has to land on your hand? You have to do that flip motion where you slap the top of your hand,
It
or
doesn't, no, it doesn't have
whatever.
to land. You can just throw it anywhere, and it's a magical
Also,
coin, so yeah.
midway through a battle, you flip the coin. You're like, if
Yeah,
this lands, like my punches are 5 times faster. I'm 5 times faster.
yeah.
And then if I try and like
And
kill you, or whatever, if the coin lands, boom.
the drawback to that is, see, that's a good one. That's a good drawback. If I just throw it anywhere, I won't be able to know whether it got a weaker or stronger punch. So then the next thing I do, like punching it, will be a gamble,
True. It's also a
like in
gamble in
itself.
terms of if you
Yeah,
lose, you get the opposite effect, so your punches
yeah,
will be 5 times weaker.
yeah.
That's a
Fucking heal
fun
you.
power.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a that you it'd be so weak that you just heal me.
yeah.
I mean, it'd be a useful power,
It
but
would be. Yeah,
it'd be one of those things where it's fun to do, but then that raises a lot of questions. If you say something like, "If I get heads, I get a private jet," and if you land on tails, you can't get a private jet taken away from you. So does your bank, does your allowance
okay.
just go down?
If we're doing it with wishes, let's say the coin lands on whatever you didn't want it to, right? It would take away from you something of the same price.
So what's the private jet equivalent?
Probably take some of your organs.
I was thinking you'd say your PC, but
Uh,
I think
I,
organs is fair.
I'm pretty sure my PC is a bit less expensive than a private jet,
But
but
it says
alright.
of equal value to you.
Oh, of
Doesn't
equal, okay,
necessarily.
equal
You said
personal value.
equal
That's fair
value.
enough. Yeah,
It can be any value, you know.
yeah,
Just it's the same as a private jet value.
yeah.
So was that is that your second power you'd use to fight me, or
I just thought it was a cool power. Honestly, I
oh,
think
just like
the,
another
it's
throne?
I would, yes, I would use it. I'd replace it with the odds one because the odds one's a bit like,
I mean, odds one, I like it. It's just a god power.
yeah, it is. It is.
So you want to have this in your arsenal of powers then?
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing though.
Also,
You
can
could
we keep the
simply beat me
Omnitrix
with
out
that
of?
one coin.
Can we keep-
Yeah, we're keeping the
yeah,
Omnitrix.
that's a topic in
It's too
itself
expensive.
for another day.
I want the power
Yeah.
of the Omnitrix. I mean, if you flip the coin and be like, I win, and then it lands on, if it lands on heads, I win. It lands on heads. Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
You know, like how?
Yeah.
So would this coin be used as a fighting coin, or like what would you use it for? Because if you're using it against me, would you not just say something like, oh, but then again, it is a gamble. So
It is a gamble. Yeah.
would you take the 50-50 chance? Would you not even use the coin?
That's a good point. It would depend.
Depend, or you'd want a temporary upgrade.
Yeah.
That's a fun thing to like
Yeah.
fight against. I would say
Yeah, it is.
because it's always it's different experience every time.
Yep.
I'd say my second power would be shapeshift.
Oh, I was thinking
That's-
of that one actually.
Yeah, shapeshifting is my second
To
power.
what regard? Only bioorganisms or everything?
I mean,
Or just objects? Well, objects
I
would be
think
kind of
objects.
useless.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it'd be. What if I transformed into like a gold bar, and then I pay, and then my friend takes that gold bar and converts it to money, and then I, as the gold bar, flee from prison, or not? Wait, prison
how?
from the bank.
How are you gonna flee
I
from
can
prison?
transform
You already know you're
to the
going to prison
Eiffel
for that
Tower.
one.
I'm going to transform to the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower while in the bank, and then I'll
Ah,
make my escape.
wouldn't that
I mean,
crush?
actually, how would it crush me?
Because you, well, would your transformation be instantaneous, or would you gradually transform into the Eiffel Tower?
I'd say gradually. I think gradually makes sense.
Yeah.
It'd be odd if I was just 1 second gold bar, next second Eiffel Tower, or maybe
Uh,
it transforms like really fast. But
yeah.
I'd say it's like how a normal transformation goes, because you've seen
Hmm.
shape shifting animes or movies, and
Yeah.
you've seen how people shapeshift, and it's not instantaneous. So I'd say it's like that.
I can't
I mean,
remember a
if,
shape-shifting anime to be honest.
yeah, if it was if I could shapeshift into objects, it'd be a quick get rich quick scheme. Because
Yeah.
like I said, I can just transform into a gold bar, and then
Yeah.
my friend could be like, "Hey, I want to convert this to money,"
So far,
and then they
none of my
convert it to
powers
money.
really like allow me to. I guess the super speed is, but it's you're not
The
flash speed,
gambling,
so people can still see
gambling,
you.
gambling,
Gambling.
gambling. It is in
Gambling.
the name.
Yeah.
Flip a coin, be like £1,000,000.
But see,
Just
that's the
hope to
issue.
God. Hope to
Yeah,
God
hope
that
to
you do
God.
not get
Just hope to God. I'm
the.
I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't trust my luck for that. I do it for little smaller things that are just fun, but
Yeah, it is an interesting power to have.
yeah, it is.
What would your number one power be? The number one.
Control of vectors probably.
Vectors?
Yeah. So it's like the direction of forces basically. So
What? Elaborate.
basically, if you were to throw a rock at me and I just like flick my finger, that rock is now going straight up in the sky. It's not going towards me anymore. But I'm not
What?
controlling the rock, I'm controlling the force behind the rock.
What? So if I came at you with a supersonic punch, would you just what?
I can just put like the vector of the force, like the speed you're like shooting at me with. I can just equal that like backwards so you just come to a stop.
It's just god power, but it doesn't matter.
It's
Uh,
not really. It has.
it's over.
It
What are
is
the
kind
drawbacks
of.
to that?
The drawbacks, I'd say I can only do one vector at a time. I can't just telekinetically move everything around. Like it needs to be one single force, one single vector at a time.
I guess that makes sense.
And
Oh wait, I just thought of a really like a really cool game we could
Mhm.
do.
What?
We do one power and we have one negative of it. So you name a power and then I give a negative side effect of that. Then that could be the dual, the
Okay.
dual power. So because we've already done powers each, your vector drawback is whatever vector you stop. Well, let me see. However much vector it has to get stored somewhere. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
so. A vector around it has to store somewhere. So if you don't store it somewhere, just anywhere, if you don't telekinetically push a rock at that same force or something like that, then you'll have a force explosion. I don't know. You just explode. But not in like the
Or we
sense.
could have simply just said it takes the same amount of time for the force to be changed than it did for it to actually come into place in the first place.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not
Yeah,
instantaneous.
it's not instantaneous.
That's a
Yeah.
good drawback. And the gambling one, it already has its drawback.
Yeah.
If you win, you have to flip again to confirm it.
So throw two coins basically, and both of them have to be correct. So that reduces your chances even more.
The second magical coin. All right,
Yeah.
that's two repaired. You don't need a drawback. It's gambling.
Yeah, it's gambling. That's
All right, what's my
already
drawback?
contained.
What's my drawback to my shape shifting? My What was the other
time
one?
limit,
What was the other one? Hindsight, yeah. What's the time limit?
time limit, size. Uh,
I mean, it's up to you. You have to pick a drawback.
I'd say a time limit of 1 minute per shapeshift.
So it takes me 1 minute to shapeshift, or I can stay in that form for maximum a minute.
Maximum minute you can stay in the form
That's such a bad drawback. Why would you do that to me? I'm supposed to do a get rich quick scheme with you, and you just ruined it all. You
for.
jeopardized the plan.
You
All right,
jeopardized the plan.
I can only remain a gold bar for a minute, so you better make me into money quick.
Yeah, see,
What
that's
if-
the thing, because
Yeah,
then you won't only be able to use it for combat, basically.
true. But that no wait, I can still use that
Oh,
because I
yeah.
can change forms. I can still change forms. So
Yeah.
that means that my shapeshifting can go the normal speed. So if I'm maximum 1 minute per shapeshift, or I can change to a different form every minute or so.
Yeah.
Which yeah, actually that still works. That still works. What about my hindsight? How can you counteract that?
Your hindsight.
Yeah.
Every time you want to get that hindsight power to activate, you need to stop everything you're doing and completely focus on the hindsight. Like, you need to just close your eyes and just look into your mind to do that.
Like a meditation.
Yeah,
I need to meditate to be able to
basically.
hindsight.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, that's a good job. I could give you that.
Mm.
And my number one power, bro. You already knew it was coming. It's elemental, bro.
Oh.
My number one favorite power ever would be able to control fire, water, earth, and wind, and be able to become those type of elements. So,
Mhm.
for example, how the Human Torch becomes fire,
Yeah, yeah, I got
but
you.
but like there's no physical body to it. So I could become wind, for example, and you can't hit me because I'm air. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Does that make sense to you? Or I could just become a rock.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
See if
shapeshifting,
you're
except
air
it's
though.
not.
What happens if I just throw a matchstick into you if you're like
I'm not. What's the word? I'm just oxygen.
Yeah, that is what's explosive.
I mean, if you throw a match into the air right now, what would happen?
So you're just normal air. So what does that mean
Yeah,
about the air around
I'm
you?
just
Are
normal.
you it? Are you
I
touching it?
am the normal. No, it's I guess so. It'd be I am air, but
So can I
you know, what
ask
I
you
mean,
then,
I can control like the air I become. I can disperse myself if that makes sense.
what happens if
Like my limit is my human body, so the amount of cells, the
right,
amount of air cells, the amount
air
of
cells.
you know what I mean.
Right.
I, I can if I became water, I could become like I don't know a 2 liter puddle. That's not the case. I could probably become like a 10, 20 liter. I don't know how much, something like that. I think you get the gist, all right? You get it, right?
Yeah, I got you.
What's my drawback? Give me it.
Oh, your drawback. That's kind of difficult to do. What you have is not a god power, but it's difficult to limit that. Do you know what I'd say?
Well,
You can do all those elemental things, but only in your entire right arm. You can't do it with the rest of your body.
so only my right arm can
Turn into
do all
air,
that.
fire, water, earth.
Also, I can only turn into those elements. I can still shoot
You can still
air
shoot
and all
things
that.
out of them. You can still do those elemental things with them.
I can still shoot out of the opposite hand, right? Or is my right arm the
No, only
only
your
thing
right.
I can use to do all five of the
Yep,
all elements?
yep. Only your right.
That's a really bad. You could have at least done both my arms. Can you do both my arms,
No, it's a.
please?
You've got a strong power, dude. Like,
Listen, I'm not gonna shoot at my foot, okay? Like one arm.
all
You know,
right.
at least you give me the right arm.
One arm and one middle toe.
Oh my god. You know that's bad for you. You're gonna realize soon that that's bad. Wait, so if I shoot myself with lightning at my foot, does that hurt?
No.
This is just okay. So it just absorbs in everything.
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
say the drawback only is like you can activate the power, but you still
I can only use that power,
yeah, you're still
but like,
like resistant to those elements.
but if I walk into a fire, then I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
And the
It's only
only
my right arm. Okay.
another drawback is, which is a natural drawback by the way, this is not me making a drawback, is that whatever element you transform your arm into, you're still like susceptible to other elements.
What do you mean?
Like if you turn into water, I can just fucking douse you in water, or like if you turn to the firearm and then I just like throw some
You
water.
see, you never stated how many elements I can control at once.
But
That's the thing.
I said you can only do the element out of your one arm.
Yeah, so I could
So you can
transform
have
my
like different
arm into
fingers for each element.
a
That's gonna make them
mixture of
weaker.
fire, a mixture of fire and water.
So you can make it.
That'll actually make it twice as strong because
How
when
would
they're
that work?
together,
Wouldn't that just become
ampl-
steam?
we're talking about superpowers. Nothing works. It just the
Nothing
power
works.
of steam.
You just like blind me. You smoke. That's actually pretty good to be honest. That's a
It's not.
creative way of using it.
It is, but I
Yeah.
have wind. I can just, I don't know, fly.
Yeah. I mean, you'd
I
have
mean, I
difficulty
could
with one arm.
probably. Oh,
You'd still be able to propel yourself, but
but you never provided a limit to my actual elemental power, so I could like control. Since water is essentially in every drink, I could control like an iron brew drink. I'd get it all the way to my house, and I'd just have a
it's
ball of iron brew.
localized. You're not a waterbender. Whatever
Ah,
you're doing, it's out of your
no,
hand.
no.
It makes sense
I
if
have
I'm
no limit.
restricting it to your hand. It only works from your hand.
Tell me I can't get water from miles away. So my neighbor who has a Pepsi can, I just give me.
I don't think you can't
Is
just
that it?
like fucking telepathically just move all water around you. Like
I mean, I can control it.
you, no, it's the water you become. It has to be part of your body.
Yeah, no, I can become and I can also control water. So you do realize if I couldn't control my element, if I turned my arm into gas, it would just go away forever. I wouldn't be able to change it back.
But that gas is a
Just
part of
ruins
your
an arm.
body.
No, it would just fly away because it's air.
You can control that air because it's your arm.
But I should be able to control every other as well. That's kind of you can't have two drawbacks. You have to choose your drawbacks here.
That
I
is
can
the
still
drawback.
control
Your arm is the only element thing you can do.
Yeah, but I can still control it with my right arm.
You can use the elements on your arm, yes. I'm not saying you can't.
What does that mean? I can control it though. I'm like Avatar, but
Because technically what you can do is turn your arm to air and just crush the air around me and just kill me. Like,
yeah,
yeah, but like, no. See, that's why I'm
but you
restricting it.
could do gambling and you could be.
That's not as
I am
powerful at
God.
all, like, as what you...
I mean, if you did flip the coin, what were your other two powers anyway?
Vector control and...
Yeah, if I. Actually, no, that wouldn't help with your me taking air out of you.
No.
Alright, what was your other power?
What was it? Vector control and super speed, yeah.
You could run from me.
I could run.
Nice approach.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing though. That's kind of how my elemental power would go.
The thing
That's
is,
just your
my
problem.
point is, you don't control worldly elements, you control your own element, which is your arm.
So if I can disperse my arm into the
Yes,
air.
yes, those air particles you control. You get me now?
You said I can shoot air.
Yes,
shoot
you can
elements
shoot.
though from my arm.
You can shoot your arm. You can shoot your air arm at me.
I can shoot my arm.
Yeah, you can shoot your air at me. Like,
This is a really confusing superpower.
it is.
It's a really confusing one because it's so overpowered that you have to add so many limits to it.
It's not like the limit is the arm. Like, you can't control it. You're not.
Yeah, but
Listen,
my
listen.
power that I stated was I can control elements and become them. So you have to take away.
That's
one
two
drawback
powers,
from
by
that
the way.
one.
But besides the point, right?
No, it's the same.
No, it's
good
not.
point.
Yeah, it's two powers, right?
Ah.
So what I'm taking is the one where you turn into an element rather than controlling elements, because you controlling elements. I'll tell you right now, I probably give it a time limit since it's that powerful.
What if I could control the element?
What if you can control the element?
What if I controlled the element?
All right, if you controlled the element, I'd only make it in a 2-meter radius around you.
That would work.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll take that power because I can just have like an electric shock field around me, which if
Yeah.
you step into, you can't super speed past it. You just.
I won't be stepping into it if my coin spawns a private jet on top of you.
Damn it! But I can become. But I can control Earth. I'll just create like.
I don't think
that
Earth is
thing.
gonna save you from that one.
I could burrow myself in the ground and I could just go deep. You know how those moles move fast underground or something?
You could actually do that, yes.
I could actually do that in a 2-meter radius, which is still fine.
You could, but then
How
you'd
long
just
is
be
2
running from
meters?
the fight.
Yeah, we both run with
Yeah,
the fade
I
step.
run with my super speed and you'd burrow underground.
Oh, GG, good fight.
A
You
good
know, it's
fight. That was a nice fight.
because we're such good friends that
Yeah,
we wouldn't fight. We didn't fight each
I
other.
recall having a dream like this. Some deja vu I'm getting here.
What dream?
Like where we both had some weird superpower and we were like laughing about it and we tried to fight but we couldn't take it seriously so we just
Yeah,
ended
no,
up
no,
like
that is what we would do. We would
yeah
probably just we'd think of ways to exploit it.
yeah
We instead of working against each other, I would work with you. I'd give
yeah
you an electric boost, and then
yeah
you could zoom.
what
Because
I
it does
could
only come
do
back to me. Yeah.
like you could be like throwing a punch and then I could like super speed run past you and give you a vector boost as I'm doing it and that make you basically have like
A
infinite
vector, I'm super speed boost
yeah
along with an electric
yeah
bomb.
Uh,
It's like a super punch.
yeah it's like a super ultra punch
I do
yeah.
like combined powers.
Oh
Yo,
dude that would be
combined powers. Yo, what?
I feel like
Gamble.
that'd be more entertaining than like fighting against each other.
Seeing what we could do. Can we one punch the entire Empire State Building?
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah. We don't really stand a chance. I could just
Yeah.
borrow the whole thing.
That's a good. Yeah, you could. Well, you have 2 meters, so you're gonna have to very strategically.
I can bury 4 meters off the Eiffel Tower. Ah, Eiffel Tower? Empire State Building.
Okay.
Only 4 meters is going in the ground.
Yeah, only
It's a
you
really
make
elaborate
leaning
tower.
tower of France. Yeah.
I'd make the Leaning Tower of France.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you were being serious about the Leaning Tower of France. You
Um.
didn't like laugh at or anything. You just said the Leaning Tower of France, like
I said
confidently.
it as like half a joke. I was thinking of laughing at it, but I was like, it's probably not that funny. But you laughed at it, so
I laughed at it. It was more of a sympathy laugh.
yeah. Thank you so
Don't
much.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong.
That's another power that I'd have.
Sympathy.
Sympathy. I think another power which would be cool to have. Actually, I told you about this. But I feel like I should tell the viewers watching. Hey guys. Hey.
Hey guys,
Shadow thumbs.
we love you.
Hey, we'll do shadow thumbs. Ooh, podcast episode what? All right.
Yeah, that was amazing.
What I would do
Incredible.
is incredible. What B is incredible.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible.
I told you about this, but
Uh-huh.
I forgot how I put it into words again. It was knowing what to do to achieve what outcome you wanted. So how the power would work is actions would appear like in front of you, like in your eyes. It wouldn't cover your vision.
So like a
Let's say
video game?
mind's eye. Let's say mind's eye, right? It's
Okay.
something like that, where I could think to myself, I want to become a millionaire within the next day, and then all of these instructions and stuff come up from start to finish,
Mm-hmm.
and then it would say something like, "Look to Dusky, and then slap him, deck him, and then run." I obviously I wouldn't want to do that, but if it would achieve me becoming a millionaire the next day, you know what I mean?
The thing with that
Oh,
is, right, I have a few questions. Isn't that technically two powers into one? Because it's looking into the future and then it's like telling you what to do as well. It's not just telling,
you're
like
not
giving you the
looking into
future,
the
it's also telling you
future.
how to
You're
like
you're
achieve it, the
you're
future.
you're doing a set of actions to achieve an outcome. To predict the future, it's predicting the future is it's much
And
more
does that
broad.
power take into accountability every single change that happens every single second?
I mean, it
Because nothing stays
probably would.
stationary.
But yeah, like everything I do to achieve it would have a side effect.
So,
Maybe one of the side effects is you end up hating me because I slapped and decked you.
that becomes a cluster of powers then because you don't need just like future sight to do that. You'd need to
No, but that'd be like a side effect because if I said, "Hey, I want my outcome to be a billionaire," but I wouldn't know that in that process. I guess that'd be a drawback actually that I already added to myself. I would have side effects. So if I wanted to become a millionaire and one of the things was to punch you, I don't know why I keep on going back to punching and decking you.
yeah.
But if I had to punch you then deck you, one of the side effects of that of me trying to become a millionaire the next day is you hating me forever. I didn't know that would be a thing because I didn't, my powers didn't say that. The only thing my powers helped me was to become a millionaire, and that's it.
To become the well in that case I'd say that that would be kind of useless because it make you do some stupid shit then in order to.
I mean, you can read the instructions. You could try and change it.
Right.
For example, I would say to you, hey Dusky, I have to punch you and deck you like really hard,
So this is a
but I'll become a millionaire the
combination.
next day.
This is a combination of looking into the future, having a genie and making a wish to it, like of what you want to become or like what you want to do. I think it's like a cluster of powers. You can't have like everything in that power.
Okay, let's say it's that. It's a collection of powers, but it's all into one thing.
Uh,
It's all into one goal. It's not exactly a wish because a wish you get instantaneously, but
it
you have
doesn't
to
matter
work to
what the
get
time
it.
limit is. You're still getting a wish granted, basically. Like,
I mean, if it's not possible, then it would just state not possible because not
yeah,
everything is possible.
even
I
genies
can't.
have a limit.
Yeah, I can't say, "Hey, I'm becoming the president tomorrow," and then a set of instructions come up. That would just say, "No, nope."
Yeah, see,
In my mind's eye, I would just say, "Nope."
that's the thing with genies as well. Like they have limits too. They can't. Some of them can. I can't grant you power. I can't grant you love. I can't grant you this or that or that.
Yeah, but you can you not grant superpowers?
No, I guess to some extent, yeah. But like I'm actually not sure. It depends on the genie, I guess.
I'm pretty sure one of the only rules was you can't wish for more wishes and you can't wish for love. Those were the only two drawbacks that I remember.
What from Aladdin?
I don't know. I didn't watch Aladdin.
I think from
I, I,
Aladdin it also said power. I'm not
I
sure.
watched this mouse film, which isn't Mickey Mouse, but it was these four mice mouse thing. I don't know.
Ah, right.
I can't remember the show. I watched it when I was like 8. But they had the genie, and the rules was you can't wish for love and you can't wish for more
Yeah,
wishes.
everyone knows that you can't wish for more wishes.
Yeah, but it's so funny to say, "Hey, genie."
Hey, Jane, what if I wish for less wishes?
No,
No, you
your
fooled
wish has
me.
been
Okay,
wasted.
bye.
You now have one wish.
Yeah.
Stop 2 wishes for that one wish.
Yeah. And then you're
You just be annoyed at yourself.
yeah, you just get annoy yourself, and then your last wish should be give me a high
I
five.
wish to have all my wishes back.
Yeah, I wish to have.
No, you have 2 wishes.
Yeah.
You will have your full power.
There's
I
probably a
mean,
way to cheat the system.
what if you didn't wish for wishes?
Oh, actually, do you know what?
What if you just robbed the genie and he just left him?
Yeah, he'd be like, oh.
Oh, you can't exactly go back to the lamp because you have to make a wish
Yeah. He's just
to get the
silently
lamp.
watching you in the corner as you're like masturbating or something. He's like, and he's like sitting there like, he's like
Okay.
crying.
Okay, wait. What was your thought?
My
You said,
thought was, you can't have
yeah.
more wishes, but what if you said to the genie, from this point on, my first wish is that whenever I wish for something, my other wishes don't deplete.
So you always have 2 wishes.
Yep.
Well, here's another one. What if you go into wish debt?
Oh.
What if you go below 0? I wish to be able to have less than 0 wishes. Because what's the debt?
Then that means you'd have to be performing wishes for the genie.
Oh, but that
Mm.
wouldn't be hard because genies have to just do some flicky thing with their hand and then they just do it.
Yeah, but you won't be a genie yourself. Like, you didn't wish for that.
So if the genie says, I wish for a mansion, I have to work my ass off to get this mansion.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be a massive drawback. But what
Yep.
if I say, I wish I'm not going to do it? And then your wish goes down 1, but you don't have to do it.
What? So you can just keep wishing wish debt or something?
Yeah. You're just, I wish for my wish debt to be removed.
Well, then it's gonna be a thing of constantly of the genie going, I wish for this, and you're like, I wish I don't do this.
And then I say, and then I will take away the wish debt and then I'd wish for the mansion. See, exactly, wish for both of us. And then he'd get the mansion and I get to do none of it.
I feel like my idea was a bit more simple.
It
Just
made more sense.
freeze the wishes, bro.
It was more linear.
Yeah, it was a
Mine
bit more
just go,
linear.
zigzags, not.
Yeah,
It works.
it works, you know.
What
It's
if
a
you say to the genie, I wish for nothing? What would happen?
thing. He'd probably ask you to define nothing. I think,
I
and
mean, would he just waste a wish? Or would he just waste one of my wishes on nothing?
because that could technically mean return all matter to nothing before the Big Bang.
Yeah. But can he do that? Does he have the power to do that?
I don't know. I don't know how
Because
powerful Genie is.
in that sense, it's like, yeah, how powerful is he?
Yeah. If it's like the one
What is
from
the
like
what is
Lion
the
King.
lore? What is the lore?
I kind of want to look that up now.
Is there a genie in the Lion King?
Yeah, there is. Well, it's a Lion King show with only like Simba and whatever.
I
No, not
haven't
Simba.
watched the Lion King. Don't be mad at
It's
me.
not the movies. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, not you, the people watching.
Alright.
Do not, please. I did not ever watch the Lion King.
So how
Are you?
how powerful is a genie? Okay,
I mean,
let's see.
I would assume that a genie is pretty. I wouldn't. I'd say they obviously have limits if they can't provide you with something like love, but would they be able to just collapse the universe?
So someone says anyone who can grant wishes are omnipotent.
So a genie's omnipotent.
Yeah, technically.
What if you put a genie against a godly creature? Alien X, guys. Alien X. You guys know
Alien X
Ben
is
10?
basically a genie at that point.
Have you guys watched it, Ben 10? He has Alien X, the
Yeah,
one alien that can
guys.
go Alien X. It's Alien X.
Alien X, bro.
Would the genie win?
Against what?
Oh,
A god?
yeah.
You can't
Or would
win.
it
Omnipotent against omnipotent wouldn't work.
would be an interesting concept.
It would be.
Even though I mean I don't think it would actually. I just think it would be either a never ending battle or there would be no battle.
There would be no battle, I think.
Yeah, probably just no battle. They'd say something on the lines of why we fight?
But yeah,
I
because
know.
they're of equal. They're of equal infinities, I guess, of power, right? That would make sense if they're
Yeah,
both omnipotent.
but can't you not have different levels of infinity?
Infinity, yeah.
See,
You
why are
could.
we going into such complex things?
Yeah, but like,
podcast?
let's assume there's one infinity. We're assuming, yeah. Right?
I don't even understand the infinity thing.
And neither do I.
What are we doing? What are we?
We started off like trying to battle our powers against each other. We started about fucking
And
genies.
now we didn't even state who'd win.
Yeah.
I think no one. It'd be a draw because we wouldn't
Yeah,
fight.
we wouldn't. The way we set up the drawbacks, we wouldn't be able to fight each other.
It would go decently. I think you'd win with the force because my drawback wasn't that great. Because it says you need to store it somewhere, so just store it in a rock.
Yeah.
But I think with my element as well, I would also it'd be a draw. I mean, if you use the force power against me,
I think if you try to like burrow underground, I'd use vectors to be like, no, you're not going down. I'd just keep
I
you
mean,
up.
how long is your range?
How long?
I'm gonna change your vector drawback to range. It's 2 meters.
All right, that's
We
fine.
can only fight within 2 meters of each
Yeah, I would just be beside you if we're fighting that. I can propel myself with vectors, you know that I can instantly come to you. I have super speed.
other. I can also move
I
my
could,
element.
you can't.
I could fly,
Okay,
I could
you
fly.
you can try to, but I'll pull you down.
but that depends if you're 2 meters away. Ah, you do have super speed.
I
though.
told you, I can literally super speed
But
run up to
Can my
you.
can my elements not combine to make lightning?
You could combine elements. Yeah.
Exactly. So if I combined elements,
How are
I
you
would
making
make
lightning though?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Kane said that there was some way to get it. I think it was fire or wind or something along those lines. You could combine two of the elements.
With
to
the
get
elements you gave yourself, I
lightning.
can't really see. How do you hold up? Let me look it up.
I don't know.
How
don't
do
know.
you
Fire,
make
fire and wind. This is the segment of the podcast where we do research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to make
Yeah.
lightning? Little alchemy. How to make lightning?
Download an Alchemist app and see if that works.
Classic.
I think it would. I mean, I don't know.
Air
That's
plus
what Kane said.
fire is on Reddit. I think
does
is
that
that what
mean?
he said?
Why are you on Reddit?
I don't, because that's the only thing. Air plus fire is lightning.
Gotcha. Check. It's not checkmate, it's check. I
Yeah.
just checked you.
So what are you gonna do with
So,
that lightning? Can I ask?
I could give myself a lightning boost. I could go as fast as lightning.
Nah.
If I could control lightning, can't I not use it as a propeller or force or something?
No, you cannot. You can use your air as a propeller.
What do you mean, though? There are in certain
How are you propelling
shows,
yourself with lightning?
in certain superhero shows, I will say, heroes do fly with lightning. For example, in Black Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
Black Lightning could fly. And in the boys as well, there was this female. Her name was Stormcaster, I think, something along those lines. She could also fly using lightning. But then again,
Mr.
she was never
Mello.
really fast.
Wait, have I
She was
ever?
never.
Sorry for interrupting you real
What?
quick. Have I called you by your real name?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck,
Probably not.
we might have. Are we
No, no,
gonna?
no, no. You didn't. You didn't. Because
Okay.
if you did, I would have
Yeah.
noticed.
Okay.
I haven't said your name, and you haven't really said
Yeah.
my name
Yeah.
because we don't need to. I'm
Yeah.
talking to you. I don't have to say,
Yeah. We're only
"Yo,
two people.
Dusky,
Yeah. Yo, Dusky. Yo,
Dusky." Yeah.
Mello.
Um,
Um,
Lusky,
Lusky. Yeah.
Lusky, Dusky, Dusky, Lusky.
So anyway,
Okay,
right.
shut up. Okay,
Okay.
shut up.
Shut up. Hey.
To be honest, though, they never used their lightning to go fast.
Yeah, they
So I guess
never do.
I guess, yeah.
Can I mention something? You are restricted to only your arm. You can only shoot lightning out of your arm.
But if I have the power of hindsight, wouldn't I not know where is your moves?
You have to
'Cause
meditate.
Oh, wait, good point.
Stupid. You're basically not
I
using
could
that
shape.
against me.
I could shapeshift into a fly. You never said if that's my transformation, so I could shapeshift
Can
into
I,
a fly.
since you changed a drawback for me, can I change one for your
No, I think
shapeshifting?
you'd win. I think you'd win. It doesn't matter.
Also, your changes gradual, so I'd be able to catch up to you anyway. But besides the point, right?
Yeah,
I
your
think
super speed topples all.
yeah, but I wouldn't even be using my super speed, honestly. I think that'd be kind of boring. I'd probably be using my vectors and coin.
Super speed is a power that I would love to have in general, though.
Yeah.
But I think specifically, I'd love to have speed force speed.
Yeah, speed for speed is what everyone wishes for.
Because you have so many abilities that
Yeah.
come along with it. You can shoot lightning, you can phase, you can vibrate your hand to, I don't know, shoot through people. You can
Yeah.
duplicate yourself. Because I've
Oh,
watched the
I
Flash.
can go so fast that I can regenerate myself, and I can turn into the Eiffel Tower.
It's like, yeah, it's basically like god powers at that point as well. On that level.
There was this one scene in Flash because I watched all Flash. Reverse Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Eobard Thawne. He manages to duplicate himself, and then his duplications then merged with each other to make one
Yeah.
whole. It was
Shadow
so weird.
clone jutsu.
It was actually kind of like Shadow Clone Jutsu,
Yeah.
but they didn't exactly fuse together to make one. Could they do that?
I don't know. Oh, what do you
could
mean
maybe,
in the shadow clones?
Yeah, could they fuse together to make
Yes.
one?
Yeah. That's
Okay, so
that,
like
that was
that.
their whole point.
And you can also create a time remnant, which is a physical, full-on duplicate of yourself, which is pretty bad because then you can mess with time. But you can also time travel.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with that's I can have control of time, of
We
speed, of
haven't even
power.
talked about no, but you're only Mach 2 though, so that isn't enough to actually
Yeah,
go back.
but see, that's that I'm talking about Speed Force right now. My
okay.
power, I'd say I'd probably want to get rid of it and pick something more interesting, to be honest, because speed is not that.
You it's a win.
It's
a dub.
Invisibility. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Invisibility.
Yeah, invincibility.
It's easy.
Easy.
I would hate
Easy
to be
win.
immortal.
Immortality. That's a topic on its own, I think.
I would just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Throw it in the bin. What would be your money making powers? But they can't exactly be related to money.
From the ones we picked? Or?
For example, use a power which could somehow make you money. See how I said shapeshifting?
Yeah.
You could transform into a gold bar and get yourself money that way.
Invisibility. Rob a bank.
Okay. But wouldn't they not see floating money? Because you can only make yourself invisible.
I'd say, yeah, that's a good point. I'd say if you can control the range of the invisibility, yes, but if it's just you,
Yeah, but you can only make yourself invisible, so that can't be.
does that mean
can't
your
help you
clothes
well.
aren't invisible as well?
I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I don't know why. I mean, it would be cool. Let's say clothes go invisible. Let's just say that.
Okay, if that's the case, so do you have a range of which
Then the
everything you touch
items
is
in your
invisible?
pocket would go invisible.
Yeah, see, like it becomes a bit weird.
Clothes do not go invisible. You have to be
naked. Well, you just nerfed that so much.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
teleportation would probably make you a lot of money.
Wow.
You'd
How
get
would
found
that
out
work?
instantly, probably, but
No, really. You could just mask yourself.
mask yourself. Yeah, okay, and then
But then
you're
again,
definitely
if
not
you
gonna get
use-
hunted down.
They can't hunt you down. What information do they have on you?
You're masked, probably your height, your movements,
They can't do anything with that
body
though.
shape. They probably
Like,
like
there are 7 billion people on the planet.
every person has a habit. They can probably start like monitoring a lot more.
But if you shapeshift, if you teleport into a vault, yank money. I don't even. Do they have cameras in a vault?
Absolutely. Why would they not have cameras?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, do they have cameras in the vault? Do they have cameras
They
in
have
banks?
cameras in the vault, but the security guards are sleeping. That's my power. I can make people sleep whenever I want.
I had the power
Actually,
to stop
that would
time.
actually work. That would actually work to make people go to sleep because you
Sure.
could just steal money. Why it always involves stealing money. What about goodness? What about other ways to get money? The power to up your chances would help you get money.
Oh, the odds power, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to increase the odds of me getting £1 million to 100 right now.
Someone trips. How would you get that £1 million? Would someone just trip over with £1 million in
Yeah,
their
someone
briefcase?
just trips over, their debit card falls out their
And
pocket.
they're like, you know what? Keep it. I don't even want it.
Yeah, yep.
Because when you receive that, because you never stated that if you get it in a good way or a bad way.
Oh yeah, and then I could then just say the odds of me getting caught with this card are 0. And then like there's the bank system fails and they have to reset everything, but the money still stays or something. Something ridiculous that obviously wouldn't happen at all, but because of the odds power.
Could you not say I have 100% chance of becoming God, and then you just what?
That's a good point. I don't know what the limit is. I think omnipotence would be out of the question. You can't become a god.
Eh.
You only work within the limits of like the laws of physics and thermodynamics.
So could you not give yourself powers?
No.
Or have 100% chance to be uh able to be telekinetic.
Yeah, I don't think that works.
If I were to choose to be telekinetic or telepathic,
Definitely
telekinetic would be.
telekinetic. Yeah.
Telekinetic is such a cooler power,
Yeah.
but telepathic is just better. I think
It's more useful. Yeah.
it's better in general because if there was a telekinetic and a telepathic going against each other, I think the telepathic would win. They could mind control.
Oh no,
Telekinetic
see
and be like,
telepathy and mind control is different.
can't they not? Aren't they not the same thing though? Like,
No.
what would telepathy do then?
It's just communicate through mind.
Is that it?
That's what tele means, like communication, and then pathy means
So how does telekinetic? I can communicate with objects.
kinetic. Well, kinetic is like touching things, right? So tele is like I think not
Okay, I
actually
go for
touching.
telekinetic. I thought that would involve
Let me check. Actually,
mind reading and all that
what
stuff.
does
You're the research guy.
telepathic? Yeah. Telepathic,
It's something
supposedly capable of transmitting thoughts to other people and of knowing their thoughts. There you go.
So you can read people's minds, but that wouldn't
Basically.
help you as a telepath. Telekinetic.
You can read their
One
mind.
scenario
You
I
can
always
talk to
come up
them
with.
through their mind.
One scenario I always come up with, if I had to think of telekinetic scenarios, I would it'd be something. For example, I'm in a class
Mhm.
and I make the pen or the desk just float and just
annoyed.
see everyone's reaction. I mean, it wouldn't even annoy him. He'd be looking at the table. Huh?
Huh?
Why is there a table flying? And then he'd ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, what is he gonna do about it? He's gonna probably try to touch it.
He'd be a bit shocked.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see everyone's reactions of a floating table. It'd be interesting to see how they'd react.
I think so, yeah. I kind of agree with that. I will try and keep it on the down low, though.
Yeah, no, but if you just made it float,
Yeah.
I guess it will narrow it down to someone in that class.
Absolutely, yeah. Then
So maybe
you've got a bit of an issue.
Maybe you could be walking past a class and then
Yeah.
you just make a table fly up.
I guess, yeah.
You'd be at a very far distance.
Yeah,
But
I guess.
what can the police do, really?
What can the police? Well, I mean, you're probably gonna get detained as some sort of like alien or some shit.
But is there anything that can? Is your limit your brain?
What for telekinetic?
Yeah, is your limit your brain?
I'd say you probably have an
What?
actual physical limit.
What would be your physical limit?
something that you can lift.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't straight up move the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, what the fuck? That'd be a bit quirky.
What if I'm built?
What if you're built different?
What if I'm just built
If you're built, you can lift more.
and I could? What if I could move the Eiffel Tower because I'm built?
And then you'd be the Hulk and also have telekinetic power.
Yeah, but what if I was just a human who could lift up the Eiffel Tower?
Then you're using my odds power.
No, it's not the odds power. I am just strong.
Unfortunately.
What don't you get here, Dusky? I am built.
Yeah.
I am built.
Yeah.
It's like your super speed thing, except it's super.
Yeah, what if I
strength.
was just a normal human but could move with flash speed, you know? Like, I'm
Well,
just built
what
different.
if I was a normal human, but I wasn't?
Yeah. This is basically what you're saying.
Would you have would you have Superman's power?
But still have his
Superman
weakness?
But that even exist.
Kryptonite? That's a good point.
Aliens exist. Actually, that's like a
That's a
that's
different.
that's another
Yeah,
that's another topic.
yeah, it's a bit of
We
a
went
topic.
by
Yeah.
we went by like 3 topics at once.
Yeah.
I think though this does conclude podcast episode 1.
Yeah,
Would
I
you
think
say?
so. Yeah, I
I
mean,
think we've exhausted superpower talk.
yeah.
Actually, I will ask you one more question. What superhero is your favorite, and what superhero would you be?
For like Marvel? Or
Any? Yeah.
That's a hard one because
Someone
superhero
that I
would
don't.
imply like comics, like American comics, and I
Sure, yeah.
like I don't.
We'll say
have-
Marvel. We'll say Marvel.
Okay, Marvel. Let me try and think then.
Marvel's.
Marvel's so
I think the funnest one,
Yeah.
the one I would probably like to be is Spider-Man because it's just fun. Imagine swinging around the city. It looks so fun.
Good
I
point.
think I would choose that.
Probably Doctor
But-
Strange.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be cool.
yeah, that would be.
I go for Spider-Man. He
Because
can swing.
couldn't
Cool.
Doctor Strange technically do the
Uh,
Spider-Man thing?
Good point. Would you do that?
Yeah,
I mean, actually, because Doctor Strange take things seriously, you wouldn't. 'Cause you
well, am I just becoming Doctor Strange?
no, you'd have his power set, I guess. I don't know.
Well, so if I
Alright.
inherit his personality, then yeah, probably like
Then you'd just be like
Captain America, or I mean,
the
he's serious.
universe is
as well.
the universe is at stake. Ooh. They're a bit boring, but I mean, they kind of can't be entertaining because they're superheroes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Thank you guys. Like, comment. Oh no, for real. If you've made it this far into the podcast episode, I don't know how you would have,
Yeah.
because you're listening to 2 crackheads talk about superpowers. But
I would.
you know, yeah, I would leave too as well. Honestly, if you're still here,
But yeah.
thank you for watching the Shadow Thumbs podcast. More episodes in the future. we'll see you guys in episode 2. See ya.
Peace.
Bye.